In today's video, I will discuss Lucid Motors, the company that is making a splash as a serious luxury EV competitor to Tesla. Lucid Motors was founded in 2007 as Ativa. They were originally in the business of making EV batteries for other companies. In 2016, they rebranded to Lucid Motors and set out to make luxury EVs. Lucid's headquarters is in Silicon Valley, in the city of Newark. They're headed by Peter Rawlinson, who was the lead engineer of the Tesla Model S. Lucid built a new $700 million factory 45 minutes south of Phoenix in Casa Grande, Arizona. They have secured over $1 billion investment from Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, but had to give up substantial control of the company to the fund. Lucid has 4 areas where it compares favorably to the competition. By competition, I mean Tesla, since they are the benchmark in EVs. First, Lucid leapfrogs Tesla's best range by 115 miles. That's right. The Tesla Model S Long Range Plus has a range of 402 miles. The Lucid Air has an EPA estimated range of 517 miles. They say that this is verified by independent testing, so it's not some theoretical wishful thinking number. Second, Lucid beats Tesla in efficiency. Lucid says that their Air Grand Touring model has a 113 kilowatt-hour battery. So if you do the math, 517 miles divided by 113 kilowatt hours, then you get 4.57 miles per kilowatt hour. For comparison, the Tesla Model S achieves 402 miles on a 100 kilowatt hour battery, so its efficiency is 4.02 miles per kilowatt hour. I really thought that the Tesla was at least a few years ahead of everyone in efficiency, so this is the biggest shocker. The Audi E-Tron, for instance, has an efficiency of only 2.57 miles per kilowatt hour. Where is this efficiency coming from? 1. Lucid made the car even more aerodynamic than the Tesla Model S. The coefficient of drag for the Lucid Air is 0.21 versus Tesla Model S's 0.23. As you probably know, the lower the number, the more aerodynamic it is. Lucid also made their electric drive unit small and light. Drive units are 45% lighter, 59% more powerful than the closest competitor. Also, the motors can spin faster than the competition. Lucid claims up to 20,000 RPM versus Tesla's 18,000 maximum RPM. Removing heat is an important part of an electrical motor's efficiency. Lucid has been able to reduce electrical losses by designing the motor unit with a cooling system integrated into the motor housing. Lucid also integrated the transmission and differential into the electric motor to make it compact and more efficient. Third aspect of Lucid's innovation that struck me was the charging speed. Lucid built an ultra-high 900-volt electrical architecture and a sophisticated battery and thermal management system to derive the best in the world charging speeds. Lucid Air can receive 300 miles of range in just 20 minutes of charging and up to 20 miles in 1 minute of charge using a DC fast charger. Tesla is currently using a 400-volt architecture. Tesla models can charge at up to 250 kilowatts versus the 300 kilowatts for the Lucid. Also, for home charging, the Lucid can charge up to 80 miles of range per hour using its 19.2 kilowatt AC onboard charger versus 11.5 kilowatt AC charger for most Tesla models. There is a high amp option on the Model S which can charge at up to 17.2 kilowatts of power. So all Teslas except for the high amp Model S can charge at home at a rate of 32 miles per hour and the high amp at 52 miles per hour. Again, these are impressive wins for Lucid. It's nice to be able to charge at home quicker when you need it. Fourth, I think the performance of the Lucid Air is going to raise the standard set by Tesla. The fastest Model S can go from 0 to 60 in about 2.3 seconds versus the fastest Lucid Air, which can do it in 2.5 seconds. However, the Lucid Air Dream Edition gets to the quarter mile in 9.9 seconds versus the fastest Model S's time of 10.4 seconds. Tesla Model S tops out at 778 horsepower versus Lucid Air at 1,080 horses. Both cars will embarrass many exotic cars, and I don't know who needs that kind of performance, but you'll have bragging rights with the Lucid Air at the drag strip. So Lucid is the new EV champion that will dethrone Tesla in a year? Not quite. Now let's talk about some of the negatives of the Lucid Air. The big one is the pricing. The Air Dream Edition, their top model, is $169,000. The $7,500 tax credit applies, but still over $160,000 for the one with 1,080 horsepower and the under 10-second quarter-mile speed. The next trim down is the Grand Touring, and that has 800 horsepower with the 517 miles of range for $139,000. The Touring model, which slots below the Grand Touring, will start at $95,000 when it will have 620 horsepower with 406 miles of range. The most affordable model, simply called Air, will start at around $80,000, but no specifications were given. For comparison, the top Model S performance starts at $95,000, and the Long Range Plus with 402 miles of range starts at $75,000. The Lucid will cost significantly more than the Model S, no matter how you look at it. The most expensive Dream Edition will debut in the spring of 2021, and the other trims will come later in 2021 and 2022. In terms of looks, the Lucid Air looks fine. I like that it's unique and doesn't look like anything out there currently. The Air has an aerodynamic and curvy appearance that looks like a futuristic EV. I think the C-pillar area looks a little bulbous. The rear window curving out isn't my favorite, but it's probably for improved aerodynamics. The interior looks to be luxurious and roomy. I like the traditional dash readouts in front of the steering wheel. The design is not minimalist Scandinavian like Tesla, but more along the lines of futuristic luxury. The vehicle's interior size is similar to a Mercedes S-Class, but the exterior size is more in line with an E-Class. The only other negative that I see is that the large sedan form factor is not exactly popular in 2021. I understand sedans are more efficient, but most of the world is crazy about SUVs and crossovers. Lucid is working on an SUV called Project Gravity, based on the same platform as a Lucid Air sedan. No specific details have been announced for the SUV. When Peter Rawlinson was asked in an interview with Charge Electric Vehicles magazine about EVs losing money, he said, "We've done the math for Lucid Air, and there's a reason we're making a luxury car, because at that price point, we can make a very healthy traditional margin." I really hope that Lucid Motors tries to do what Tesla did with the Model 3 in bringing down the cost of high-performance EVs to attainable levels. Yes, it's awesome to be able to go 10 seconds in a quarter mile, but if it costs $170,000, then it's only for a select few. And there's nowhere to drive that fast except racecourses. Instead, I would prefer a $50,000 SUV with 300 miles of range that can do the quarter mile in, let's say, 13 seconds. Wait, Tesla already does that with the Model Y. Tesla's Model S and Model X are awesome EVs that challenge the best luxury ICE cars and SUVs. But the Model 3 changed everything. It's the car that outperformed ICE vehicles at a price point that makes sense for a lot more people. In conclusion, I hope Lucid sells a ton of their Air EVs so that they can make more mainstream offerings like the Model 3 and the Model Y. Until then, Tesla's got some work to do on the Model S, as it was introduced in 2012 and hasn't changed drastically in that time. What do you think of Lucid and its Air sedan? Is it a game changer like the Tesla Model S was? How do you think Lucid will do in sales? Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. I appreciate it. See you in the next video.